Okay, 1, 2, 3, action. Okay. What's up guys, Fahan here with Zah once again, and today I'm here with Rasidi. How are you, man?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. And sorry, we have some people behind the camera observing, so hopefully they don't get too nervous. Anyway, today we have the
Zontes GK200.
I was about to say Zontes. Why?
It creates a unique identity of the bike. I think it's quite unique. Apologies to all the Ducati watchers right now.
He's just having a laugh.
Yeah.
Before Rasidi tell us a story about his bike, I'm going to give a background about the GK200.
Updated for 2024 and based on the earlier G155, the Zontes GK200 is a retro-inspired neo-cafe racer styling motorcycle targeted to beginner riders. Packed with all of the electronics and riding tech, including built-in TPMS, keyless transponder, and dual-channel ABS. Engine is a 198cc, liquid-cooled, single-cylinder SOHC, with Bosch electronic fuel injection and a 6-speed manual transmission.
Why the GK200?
So initially when I just passed my license, I was aiming for the XSR 155. But then apparently Facebook ad shows me about this Zontes bike. So I went there and have a look about it and got interested and got it. So far this bike has been very reliable, gone through many trips with it, up to Langkawi. Just recently just came back. The engine has been very good and it's awesome. This bike, okay, it can be comparable to any of those touring bike, I would say, except for it's a naked bike lah.
Any touring class 2B lah.
Yes.
Okay. So I see that you have, wow.
You really accessorize this bike for touring.
Yes. Yeah, I'm ready to pack for a few days of survivability. Anyway, I'm planning to change the box to like a luggage bag so that I can just go for
a soft bag.
Soft bag, yes. To camp around if necessary. Because I'm planning to go a few days trip onto some of these campsite in Malaysia to do touring with it.
So we have to mention that this box is plastic.
Yeah, that's right. I was like surprised. Then I was like, plastic? Really fooled me. I thought it was like aluminium. I was like thinking, a small bike with a small CC engine, you put a big aluminium box, it's going to be very real heavy,
Yeah. Actually, it's not really that heavy on the back. I feel like it's on high speed during North-South Highway trip. I think around 135 still okay. Once it reaches 145, it's a bit wobbly lah. Yes.
145 this one?
Yeah, I can go 145.
Wow.
So on paper,
yeah.
how fast can it actually go?
On paper, it can go up to 120 because I changed the rear sprocket. Yeah, but I do not have pickup lah.
When you buy this bike, how much is it?
Oh, the bike price is about $8,000.
Second hand lah.
First hand.
Oh, first hand. Okay. Well, but this one is a unique color, so I'm care to share with us what did you do to the bike?
I did a wrap lah at.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. So it was supposed to be a silver in color, and then I just went into a shop to wrap the bike. So I thought it was unique lah, and I was playing with the cricket machine, so I decided to design a Zoncati sticker. Again, apologize to Ducati riders.
Okay lah, it's okay. Then this one, the plastic panels, you dip it in the.
No, it's wrap also.
Oh, it looks like you have accessorized this a lot. What are the accessories they actually put on it?
I think for touring, right, the most important for accessories is the fog light. Especially when riding at night. Some parts of the North-South Highway, especially once you go up above KL, right, it's very dark. Yeah, that's where the fog light comes in very handy.
A bit digress, talking about the North-South Highway, right? Having travelled the North-South Highway during the day and also in the night, right? Compare below KL and above KL, the one above KL tends to be much brighter, in terms of they are illuminated with all those, what do you call that? Not reflectors. Plenty of reflectors on the roads. So it's pretty bright, from my experience, compared to those below, below KL, southbound. The southbound tends to be more dark and gloomy. And then the roads are narrower. It's only a 2-lane, right? A bit of a...
He digress, I forget what to ask also. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the accessories, okay. So I can see that you put new handle grip, new clutch and brake lever, saddlebags also.
Saddlebags.
You got the bracket for it.
Yes, I used the XXR 155 bracket.
I also noticed that this tank bag that you have here. Wow. Okay, so we spoke a lot about the bike. So how does she handle?
She handles pretty well. Actually, this bike is very nimble. For its tank, this tank comes with 17 liter. It tends to be quite heavy for a full tank of fuel, but it is quite nimble. This bike originally comes with a dual sport tyre, but I changed it to the sports tyre. The dual sports tyre is very good if you are planning to go semi-off-road. This bike is capable of going gravel roads, but due to me not going to off-road often, I changed it to road tyres. And with that, road tyres, I think the bike really handles well, especially with the 65 liter box. I think it's quite good, the handling.
In terms of fuel consumption, how far can it go?
The size of this tank is 17 liters. It's quite big for a Class 2B. I am able to clock from Gelang Patah all the way to up top Genting with one full tank.
Tried and tested.
Tried and tested. Yeah, one full tank. Yes, there is another model that just released, which is the G200. So the difference between these two is the key and keyless feature. Actually, everything is the same. That bike comes with 20 liter tank, so you can go above Genting with one full tank.
And then compared to the G155, the one, the 20 liter with the 1,000 kilometer mileage.
Correct, yeah, it's capable. For this bike, the mileage is about 600. 600 to 650.
Oh, not bad juga.
No, not bad.
So for those who like to do delivery, I think I can consider, I guess.
How's the maintenance like for the GK200?
The servicing interval for this bike is every 2,000 kilometers. I'll just go back to Chongkok, which is the main distributor for this bike. They will do everything for me. This bike comes with a 3-year warranty, 100,000 kilometers.
100,000 kilometer or 3 years?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. When most other brands or most other shop will just offer a 1-year warranty, not including the mileage. Chongkok, they guarantee that this bike will last. You know, my 100,000 mileage, I actually clocked it 3rd year or 4th year of my tourism.
I know that, because this is Zontes, is from China.
我在北京。
Do you have any bad perceptions of the brand given that, it came from China?
Yeah.
I mean, when you
mention China, people have China can man.
Considering that February you have other friends who are already seasoned riders, and then when you say you want to get this particular brand from China, what was their reaction?
Actually, when I got this bike, my other rider friend wasn't quite keen on me getting this bike because it's a China bike. Me, especially when I got this bike, I was ready to fork out money in case the bike breaks down often. But I think it comes to a point where I think it's much more reliable than most Japanese bikes. Don't put me on that because I've tested it all the way, because I travel all the way to Langkawi with the max RPM 9,000 all the way. Yeah, for 13.5 hours. So at 9,000 RPM, each 4 stops, 30 minutes each. Yeah, the bike could really go.
Were you alone or with a pillion?
I'm alone with full camera equipment gear at the back. Yeah.
That says something about the bike.
I think it's very reliable. Of course, it's not perfect. There are some downsides to this bike because it's a full electronic bike. There are times where it gets a bit funky, especially when rainy weathers. When I went to Pahang, it was flooded. The water level was at the engine level. We just went through because we had no choice. The Sungai Lembing is known to be flooded area. Due to that, the hazard light started to on by itself. But then, Alhamdulillah, nothing went wrong. And we reached back Singapore safely.
You didn't get the bike checked up after that?
Yes, I get the bike checked up, sent to the shop, warranty covers.
You remember Abang Asrari radiator? 310. When Abang Asrari 310 suffered a radiator leak, Chongkok actually asked them, okay, you go get that radiator fixed. We come back to Singapore, we replace the whole radiator system. Right?
Yeah, I mean, which manufacturer or even dealer wants to do that?
Most of the shop, you open, that's it. Warranty is void.
That's the thing about the Chongkok. That's why I feel it's very good, because they change without asking too much question. They say, if you have any video evidence, or you just go to the shop, say, the light on by itself. You see, okay, I change for you. Yeah, then it's as simple as that. No questions
As long as
asked.
warranty only, they will just change for you.
Correct. Yeah, that's the good thing about
The assurance,
Chongqing.
the
Correct.
assurance they give us.
They have trust on the Zontes bike lah, or in China they call it Kiden,
Caden.
Caden.
Kiden.
Okay, I need to research on that. So anyway, I have to comment about the Zontes owners group. You guys are so strong. A close knit of riders, like take care of each other. Even when he came here, he came with another Zontes rider.
Our group is very active in a way that even if you were to change bike in the future, we'll still keep them in contact and we'll go touring and outing every like few months, and every month we'll have like meet and makan sessions to just keep up with each other.
Honda, Yamaha, you buy, get out.
Yamaha lagi lah.
I'm only saying this because they don't care for us lah. So looking at you, Bunshu. So lagi diorang tak nak. We have spoken a lot of good things about the bike. So what is it that maybe you can share? Certain things that you're not fond of, or maybe things that can be improved on it.
First, it will be the suspension. The rear suspension gets very soft. By stock, the suspension is very soft, but you can tighten it to a certain extent. But then again, it's still very soft when it's tightened up. If you have a bigger size pillion at the back, it might touch to the max. So the downside is there are no third party aftermarket rear suspension. So that's one of the downside. Other than that, I don't have any downside other than the foot peg because the bike is a bit low. So when you try to corner as low as you can, it will touch the foot peg. It's not as low as you want it to be.
So I want to say if there's a lack of accessories or what.
Lack of accessories. Yeah, this bike, when you purchase, it comes everything like this except for like the front mudguard or the brake lever.
But do you have trouble finding all of this?
Tapau.
All from Chongqing. Yeah, even the front fenders and all these are bought from Chongqing. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay. Or
it doesn't come with this.
Or even the headlight protector also.
Yeah, correct. Doesn't come.
Okay, that's cool, man.
Yeah, so I bought it from Chongqing.
Chongqing buy from Tapau.
Yeah. Actually, you can get it from Taobao at a cheaper price lah, but then I don't want to wait and just fix and go.
Looking at some of the accessories you put in on your bike, are you doing motovlog or what?
I love to do motovlog, but then again, I'm quite shy to post it online. I love to do cinematic because I always do car cinematic before. I used to drive car a lot before riding bike. I think car gets too expensive after a while, so I tried buying a China bike, in the sense that I would lose money if we were to break down. But I think I got hooked to touring for some reason.
Welcome to the club.
Once you go black, you never go black. Once you go back, you never go black.
What?
No.
Terbalik lah.
Once you go
Black.
Once you go black, you'll never go back.
This is the problem. I used to drive car for like 18 years, and then I ride bike. I cannot go back. I do not have the patience to ride car anymore.
Welcome to the brotherhood.
Motorbike provides this thrill,
Yeah.
whereby you wind in your face, and then after that, you just one with the road.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, true lah.
I mean, like Juvina say, 4 wheels move the body, 2 wheels move the soul. Juvina, we love you. All the best in India, by the way.
Considering that this is a China bike, right? It's not mainstream like most of the Japanese bikes that we have here in Malaysia and Singapore. How, if this bike breaks down in Malaysia, how?
Unfortunately, there aren't many shops in Malaysia that has this Zontes parts available. They have a factory in Malaysia, Kuala Place.
Kuala Place.
Yes. Yeah, Kuala Place. Somewhere near there. Yes.
Okay, Kuala
They have
Place.
a KTM. Yeah, you can.
They have a KTM factory there. Oh, okay.
KTM?
So in Malaysia, they combine KTM factory and Zontes. So they are the one that manufacture these their parts together. They assemble it there lah. So in Malaysia, the scooter is very popular. They are comparing their speed with price wise between the X-Max and the Zontes. Most of them would prefer to go Zontes. I'm not sure what are the differences lah. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
But I have to say the scooters from Zontes is really good compared to the X-Max. If I were to compare it, solid. Serious. The 350e the one I'm really impressed, with its performance and everything about the bike.
What's your best memory with the bike so far?
The best memory would be going to Langkawi, which I recently just came back.
Zontes group
Yeah, I know. It's a mix of Zontes and some other
Big bikes, small
big
bikes?
Okay, we went a total of 17 people. All the bikes will be 2A and 2. I'm the only class 2B there. Yeah, so
Wow, you managed to catch up with the class 2A, huh?
apparently so. Yeah, they were going at around speeds at around 130, 140. Yeah, there's some parts where you have to climb the hills on the north south highway. Yeah, that's where I slowed down, and then from there I catch up again.
As long as everybody is safe and having fun,
Yes.
it doesn't matter whether big bike or small bike.
Would you recommend this bike to others?
Yes, I would definitely recommend this bike. If you're okay with people saying that this is China bike, I would definitely say that this bike would be a good one, because based on the comparison to price to the bike itself, I think it's worth it because it comes with all the parts and you don't have to buy like crash bar. You know, it comes with it. Yeah, even the box. Yeah, it comes with the box too.
Yeah, 3 years warranty.
3 years warranty.
3 years
100K.
warranty, you know where you can get.
Yeah, if
You buy Yamaha also 1 year.
Yamaha, Honda, all Bunshu, what? 1 year. No lah. But yeah, I mean, in Malaysia, if you talk about China bike, a lot.
I mean, the Malaysian market is very acceptable of the Chinese brand.
Chinese brand, yes.
So, but only in Singapore, because
The perception of it.
perception is one thing, and then the prices of bikes is so expensive in Singapore. Logically, I would want to make sure I put my money to where it is safe lah.
And people, then there's this sort of reputation lah that comes with Chinese bikes lah usually.
Last time lah.
But nowadays, I think people are more receptive. You know, we've seen this in Zontes, CF Moto. Got one more coming soon lah. QJ Moto, Speedway bringing in lah. I heard.
Zontes is coming with a class 2 bike soon.
Yeah, I saw IGMA.
Yes,
the
EV inspired bike also.
Yes, I'm planning to probably get that lah. The 703.
That's why I say, I notice Zontes owners they're also brand loyal. They buy Zontes only, they will never go to any other bike.
Just to add on, I'm still a P plate holder. This would be my 11th month on this bike.
Oh, one more month left.
Yes.
They can peel out.
Happy birthday to my bike. Early
Okay
birthday.
lah. At least you know you have 11 months of experience riding this bike. Unlike some people.
Yeah. I think I clock quite a high mileage on this bike due to all the trips I went lah.
Yeah lah, but still better than some people.
Okay, Rasidi, thank you so much for sharing your Zontes GK200. This was specially recommended by Arif from Zontes. Thank you so much, and also shout out to Faizal, who is actually outside.
Last time, previously, we do his video.
310 reviews. Check that out if you want a personal opinion. And yeah, any riders want to review about us, you can touch us on our social media pages below.
If you enjoyed this video, like and share with your riding kakis, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, and that's it for the vlog. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Ride on, 10 back overlanders. We're living each moment, no rules to abide. Ride on, with engines that thunder. 2 wheels